Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. And as we have been doing for the past week, we keep bringing you the key opinion leaders, the KOLs, the top experts, the CFOs, CMOs, the CEOs, and the founders right here live from Paris Blockchain Week 2025. And I hope you've been watching the videos. They have been very informative, and keep up with our channel because we're gonna keep doing this. Today, I am accompanied right here by Thomas from Coliseum. So let's dive in and find out everything that this gaming platform is doing for you and for me. So start by introducing yourself, my friend.
So thank you very much for having me. So I'm Thomas, co-founder and CEO of Coliseum, as you said. I've been an entrepreneur since for 10 years actually.
Okay.
I started not in Web3 but in advertising, mobile advertising. In France, I started a startup 10 years ago. I sold it to a French group called VP 8 years ago. And for 6 years, I've been in Web3. Building different projects. The first one is actually Immortal Game, one of the biggest Web3 games we actually developed in France.
Okay.
It's a chess game powered by Web3. We went up to 20K DAU at peak, and with all the experience we got from it and all the learnings, we decided to create and to build Coliseum.
Okay.
Because we felt that there was a space missing in the industry. And now we're trying to solve it through Coliseum.
Now, through Coliseum, we're trying to solve this space that's been created in this industry. But what led you to believe that there's a need for Coliseum?
So mainly the need for a community building tool and a tool owned by the community by itself. So that's really what we believed in first. And now we have a 3 million member community. Wow. Mainly in Southeast Asia, building itself the product we are working on. So a lot of games, a lot of tournaments played by the community, and one of the main aspects of Coliseum is its self-governance.
Okay.
And for us it's really important, and especially on anti-cheat measures.
Okay.
Because what we discovered with Immortal Game, a chess game, is that as soon as you bring money into the game, stakes into the game, the problem is that you have all the time people trying to cheat, to take advantage of it, and
That's
it's human nature, I guess.
Yes.
And we believe that, on the contrary, with a strong community, actually a human community, maybe helped by AI, but really a human community that can do the anti-cheat by itself. We call it Guardian Network.
Okay.
It's something that can sanitize the gaming community.
So, if I understand right, you're trying to change human nature.
No, I'm too humble for that.
Oh, yeah.
But the idea is really to leverage actually Web3 through community, so that people decide by themselves which people are actually cheating or not, and so that they can make the gaming environment safe and sound.
Now, if I understood it right, you're trying to create a community that governs themselves to the point where we ourselves will make it safe enough to be in the space. Now, very, very lofty idea.
Thank you much.
Very good. Now, from the other side though, once you get to the point where you're trying to reach, where do you go next? How do you scale this?
So the most important part is scaling, because if we don't have players, obviously we won't have cheaters, but it's a problem. So the idea is really to scale as much as possible the players, and by that, by making it fun and enjoyable.
Yeah.
So obviously we are targeting gaming communities that are already operating by themselves, and we integrate them into Coliseum.
Yeah.
So that's really important for us. We bring them some support. The way they can manage the tournaments is much easier through the product. So everything is really easy to use and smooth for them.
Yeah.
And we are upgrading the product every day so that it becomes smoother and smoother.
Okay.
So that's how we went from 0 people community to 3 million in 4 months.
Oh, wow.
Because it's really easy to integrate. So that's our goal.
I have a question now. When it comes down to it, for example, I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed and Horizon. So if I'm playing those games, I've played them 10 years old, I'm really good at those games, and someone who's a noob comes in and thinks, oh, he's cheating because he's really good at it. How do you differentiate between the professionals and those who are actually playing for a long time and those who don't understand the mechanics enough to recognize cheating?
So the principle of it is voting. Actually, it's like a jury. Okay. So everything is set up so that when someone wants to report another player, he has to file kind of a motion, and then he will have to build a case to say, I think he's cheating because I don't know. He can integrate a movie footage, a footage of a moment, of a mechanics, okay, and everything. And then he has to argument his case, and then a jury is picked randomly through our community members, and there is a voting that is put in place. So okay, obviously it's not perfect, yeah, but actually it's like justice. Yeah. So and what is
it's
really
not perfect, but it's fair.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And what is really important is that obviously there will be cheaters because you can't catch everyone. Yes. But at least people will know that they can make something about it by themselves, and they have the power to actually do the right thing to make it cleaner. And the most important in an environment, I feel it's not that it's safe, but it's that you feel it's safe. And okay, the fact that you know that your other community members actually are working with you to make it safer, it's a very good way to feel safe, like a militia or something like that.
Yeah, very good, very good. Now, as you keep innovating, as you keep growing, what are the issues, what are the challenges that you foresee coming your way?
So from a, let's say, technical product side, I feel that right now it's not an issue, but the biggest pain is to integrate as many games as possible in the smoothest way possible. So obviously some of them don't have open APIs and stuff like that. So it's much more work to actually do it. And our goal, obviously we are right now focusing on the main games, AAA games, but also we see ourselves as a gaming community that can benefit to game developers, so that you know, when a new game is going out, we can propose it to our community so that they test it, discover it, make feedbacks and everything. Yeah. And obviously our community loves it because they feel special about it, like an exclusivity offer you have. And so because of thanks to that, obviously we have to integrate all of the games. So so for us right now, I'd say not the most difficult, but the thing that takes us most of the time is to make it clear so that we have always the same integration. We can create tournaments inside the games, and sometimes we need to make changes because it depends on the structure of the game, on the structure of the tournaments of the game, and everything.
Wonderful. So what can we expect in the next 3 to 6 months from Coliseum?
So right now we are really focusing, as I said, on expanding the number of players. In March we had 100K players playing our tournaments. By May we want to reach 500K, so that's our main goal. So it's 1 month right now, 1 month and a half. And we want to go from 3 million to 10 million in 6 months, members of our community.
Wonderful. So you heard it here. We're going from 3 to 10 million with Coliseum. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with us today. We are always going to keep bringing you the best. People who actually change the market, people are trying to improve the market, make it fair for everybody in the space. So you know what to do. Share this video, like this video. Thank you very much, Thomas. It was a pleasure meeting you, and we'll see you soon.